Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Double honor be unto my apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. This is Brother Kassab back at it again with another lesson, right, dealing with current events. All right, we got breaking news, man. What a way to kick off 2026, man. Okay. And unless you've been living under a rock, you should all well know what took place over there in Caracas, if I'm pronouncing the place right, Caracas, Venezuela. All right. The seizure of Venezuela through the United States, sieging it through bombing it and arresting and seizing their president, Maduro. All right, they have him in custody here in New York. Okay. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to play a clip from I seen this from a brother by the name of Jeremiah, servant of Yahweh Shai, his Instagram channel. So or his Instagram page rather. Okay. So I found this clip interesting. I wanted to play it. All right. And before I play it, I just want to say fair use. This is not going to be used for monetary purposes. It's just this is for educational purposes. Okay. So I'm going to play the video.
So the American government did military airstrikes to pave their way for their special operations to go in there and kidnap Maduro and his wife. Maduro was immediately flown to America, where he will be given a fake trial under false charges. This is to give the illusion of legitimacy to the illegal overthrow of a foreign country. A straight-out assassination would have looked too much like a naked power grab overthrow of a foreign government, which is exactly what this is, just with a thin disguise of a sham trial. Venezuela will now be given a fake democracy, with the illusion of choice to pacify the masses, while all their new choices for leadership will be intentionally limited to a bunch of puppets for a foreign government. The next elected leader of Venezuela is already prearranged to be Maria Machado. In 2020, she already signed a political alliance with Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party. Venezuela will now be part of ZOG. Now, why is Venezuela an asset to America and Israel? Multiple reasons. Venezuela was part of the opposition alliance with Russia, China, and Iran, and it has one of the top oil reserves in the world. So now that Venezuela becomes part of ZOG, it weakens the opposition alliance and strengthens ZOG. And Maria already announced that she will privatize oil production in Venezuela. Privatizing oil production is just a disguised way to sell off Venezuela's oil production dirt cheap to Israeli-controlled businesses like Chevron and Exxon, which is controlled by Larry Fink and BlackRock. It's the illusion of a free market while everything is controlled and goes to the profit of Israel. This illegal overthrow of the Venezuela government comes after America's boss, Benjamin Netanyahu, came to America for several days to give orders. America attacked Venezuela the same night that Netanyahu left from his visit. So here's what
Okay, so you saw what the gentleman in this video said, all right, and this is his perspective on what's going on. Okay, there's a bunch of perspectives being put out there, but these people in the world, they see what's going on, man. All right, the men of the Lord. Lord willing, we be those men. We see what's going on, okay? And, we judging the matter accordingly, all right? So, as you can see, they're going to set up a leader. They're going to put their own chosen leader to become the president and basically run Venezuela, okay, through what they want to be established in Venezuela. Okay. And she's already been put in there. All right. I've seen it's been just now I just seen a post about her, this lady being the new Venezuelan president. Okay. So yeah, man, that was pretty much the point. I'm gonna just get a couple of scriptures, all right, because we see the scriptures being, the scriptures speaking, the prophecies coming to pass, man. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna go right into the Bible. All right, so we're gonna get Micah the second chapter, because we're seeing Micah the second chapter come into effect. Okay, Micah chapter 2 verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." That's talking about the people who the earth has been given to. All right, the scriptures tell you the earth is in the power of the wicked, or the hand of the wicked. Okay, the wicked being the nation of Edom. All right, the nation of Edom would be known as today as you so-called white people, or you so-called Caucasians. Okay, you're the Edomites according to the Bible. Okay, so yeah, they're the ones devising iniquity. Iniquity is sin upon sin. Okay, because they come with these different plots. All right, these different schemes to take control over everything, whether it be people, lands, resources, to profit and to make money off of it and to have control. Okay, it says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." Okay, and that's what Esau does, man. Okay, they are notorious for being covetous, man. Desiring other nations' wealth, other nations' resources. Okay, look, we got an example going on right now. What's going on over there in Venezuela? Okay, now this comes to a surprise, because we know that Venezuela had ties close to Russia and the BRICS alliance. Countries such as China and Russia. Okay, so yeah, this comes as a surprise, because but then again, it's like, the nation of Edom, man. They, especially here in Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, they're very proud, man. All right, and they love to poke the bear and test the waters, man. And they like the bullies of the earth. That's why the scriptures say that they're known as the hammer of the earth, man. Okay. So yeah, it says they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Right. And that's what they did to the children of Israel. All right. They took our heritage. And that's why the little hat wearers, they call themselves the chosen of the Lord. Okay. Which they're not, pursuant to Revelation 2 and 9. Okay. So let me move on. All right. Right. So this is Job chapter 24, verse 2. Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away the flocks and feed thereof. They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Right? So that's talking about Esau, man. All right. I think I'm going to get one more scripture after this. All right. But, Esau is notorious for this, man. Okay. Esau is notorious for stealing people's lands, man. Stealing their resources, man. Okay. Enslaving them. Okay. That's what Esau does, man. Okay. And, Venezuela, that's a country predominantly governed by Jake, man, or predominantly occupied by Jake. All right, when I say Jake, I mean the descendant of Jacob, man. All right, of the northern kingdoms. All right, or the northern tribes, rather. All right, got Asher out there, so forth and so on, man. Okay. And Esau, being the violent man that he is, and showing his hatred towards descendants of Jacob, man. Okay, and this is how we know that he is who the scriptures say he is, man, the wicked. All right, let me get Psalms 140. I guess we'll close after Psalms 140. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I'm going to read a couple of verses, and that'll be the point. All right. Psalm chapter 140, verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man." Right. Let's talk about, once again, the nation of Edom. All right. They're evil. They're the violence. They're the violent people. All right. And what shows that is their history, their track record. All right. It says, "Which imagine mischief in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war." And look at what we got going on right now in the world, man. Okay. You know, they like I mentioned, the example of what's going on in Venezuela, but it doesn't end there. They're gonna go after Iran. They're gonna go after other countries. You know, they talking about going into Colombia, Greenland, and so forth and so on, man. Okay. That's why it's important to watch the news so you can keep up with what's going on, man. You know what times you're living in. All right. And we're living in a time of war. We're not living in a time of peace. Okay. And we're living in a time where, you know, this knowledge is very precious, and there's going to come a time where it won't be found. All right. So now is the time to obtain and seek all the wisdom through fearing the Lord, through seeking the Lord, as you can store within your mind, through studying, through listening to the Most High's mouthpiece, which is his prophets. Okay, because we're living in a time of war, man. Okay, and things are gonna get worse out here, man. Okay, like we've been prophesying about, man. Okay, potentially a draft on the way. All right. You know, people thinking that, because it's a so-called new year, that things are going to get better, and, you know, New Year's resolution and things might change. Nah, man. Okay, things are going to actually get worse. All right. You know, economically, right, morally, okay. And militarily, things are going to get worse, man. All right. It says, "They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips." Salah. Yep, because Esau he rules through slander, through false accusations, okay, through lies and deceit, all right, through deception, okay, and through his cunning craftiness. All right. And we cannot forget that Esau, his blessing, going back to, you know, the Edomites' forefather, which was Esau. All right. He received the blessing from Isaac, being his blessing was the sword, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'll end it with that. I believe it's Psalm 17 and 13. So let me grab that real quick. Grab that and I'll end it with that. So Psalm chapter 17, verse 13. "Arise, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Okay, so Esau is the sword of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. All right, Esau is the sword of Yahweh. The so-called white man is the Most High sword. All right. And what I mean by that is, you know, Esau is, like the scriptures say in Proverbs 16 and 4, "The Most High created all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil." So the Most High created Esau to do everything that he's doing. He's doing the will of the Lord, man. Okay, he's playing out wickedness on the earth, and he was set up to punish our people, man, be a whipping stick unto the children of Israel for going against the Lord, for sinning against the Lord, breaking his law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, and Esau was set up to put us into captivity. Okay, and that's what he did, and that's what he's doing still. Okay, And that's why he is known as the sword of the Lord. All right, because the Most High used him to punish us. Okay. And he has that hatred for us, man. Going back to, Jacob and Esau. Okay. And Esau, for his offenses against the Most High, all right, and for his, and for him not having mercy at all, and for constantly shedding the blood of the children of Israel, all right, they're gonna have to receive judgment, man. All right, and they going into captivity, man. So with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying, and I'm gonna say shalom.